The Wilkes University Colonels got their 11th win of the season with a home win against DeSales, 72-66. And we talked with Coach Izzi Metz and a few players after the big victory.
Izzi Metz with us for the Wilkes University Colonels. A big win against DeSales at home. Coach, talk about the grind the first half.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was it's interesting playing at 6 p.m. We're used to playing at 8, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I felt like both teams maybe didn't have the energy and the pop first 5-10 minutes of the game, and then slowly we both got into it. Clearly we saw the second half, both teams looked, I thought, more like themselves, but you know, it was a hard-fought win for sure.
Well, let's talk about the second half of guys coming down. It seemed like Marcus Robinson's threes really ignited the team down that stretch.
Well, yeah, they did, and that was big for our team. Our team feeds off of Marcus, and when he's hitting shots and making plays, they get confident, and you know, I think the basket opens up a little bit for our guys. So those were definitely big shots. And then Jack Bova, freshman, brought him off the bench, hit a huge three. You know, and that's so hard to do. You haven't played, you know, game time 30 minutes or so, and you come in and you hit a gigantic three. So, I mean, there were a lot of big shots for sure.
A couple tough plays. Connor Evans driving to the basket in the first half, got a few there. And then Mason Gross off the bench just played some tough minutes.
Absolutely. Mason and Zach both were huge in the post, guarding Kweku for them. He's a great player in our league. He's a double-double machine, and we did a good job of making his catches hard and made him play in traffic. And you know, I'm proud of those guys because they really fought for everything.
Coach, congratulations.
Thanks, John.
Mason Gross with us from the Wilkes University Colonels, and Mason, some good quality minutes for you. Let's talk about you and Zach down low.
Obviously, I mean, we've been playing together since freshman year, so I think we, as a duo, play really well together. And it's nice to have, after, you know, he goes in and, you know, he does his thing down low, you know, scores, takes care of rebounds, boxes everyone out. It's nice to not have that big of a drop-off when I come in, so.
Let's talk about some of those finishes. As much as, you know, people laugh, say, hey, it was a 2-footer, but, you know, finishing those sometimes are so important. Talk about your ability there to make some of those key plays.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as easy as everyone thinks it is. I mean, when you got 6'6" and 6'5" swatting at you and trying to get you off the glass, like those 2-footers do come a lot more difficult, but it's all about concentration and just make sure you finish at the rim.
Talk about their big. You guys had to go against big physical player. He's a talented guy. You guys trying to shut him down as best you could.
Yeah, you know, he's a really strong physical kid, and we spent the week preparing for him. What's unique about him is that he was a lefty, and he was really good with both hands. But since he was a lefty, you know, we doubled him when he caught in the post in the scoring area, something that worked the past few games for us. And we had a good play out of our 4 guys who came over and hit the double hard. And I think it frustrated him, and that's why he struggled a little bit.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, sir.
Connor Evans with us from the Wilkes University Colonels. And Connor, let's talk a little bit about your ability to drive to the basket. It was kind of an ugly first half overall for both teams, but driving in and getting some buckets.
Yeah, you know, a lot of it came off the pick and roll, and Big was hedging hard, so we just had to attack his hip and keep going downhill. They couldn't really stay in front that well, so, you know, just one dribble by him and go finish at the hoop.
You look well conditioned. Talk about being out the first semester and getting back at it and trying to stay in shape during that time.
It was tough, more mentally than physically. I mean, I was being here with trainers 3-4 hours a day, just keep going at it, treadmill, bike, just continuing to push it as hard as I could.
As tough as it was to watch and play, now being out on the court, well, there's still a little bit of pressure, but this is a big win against a talented DeSales team. Talk about what that locker room was like.
Oh, it was fun. You know, these guys are, after a big win like this, big conference win, confidence booster. It was just fun. Everyone's enjoying each other's presence in the locker room.
All right, Connor, good leadership today, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Marcus Robinson's with us from the Wilkes University Colonels. And Marcus, the first thing that stood out was those threes that really ignited your team. Talk about your ability to throw them down and get everybody started.
You know, I just got to really get going. My teammates really helped me out with that. I'm more of a spot-up shooter than off the dribble, so they really helped me out getting me started, and that fuels the team with a lot of energy.
Let's talk about Pecorelli and Mullins guys that do little things, and those guys are younger, so I'm sure you guys try to show them the way a little bit. Talk about their talent.
Yeah, both of those guys have really progressed over the years. They're a big part of our program, and we really need them to push us and keep us going forward and basically help us win conference play.
Let's talk about Connor Evans today, ability to knife to the basket. It looked like he's well conditioned. I mentioned to him after being off for the first semester. Talk about his leadership.
Connor's one of the hardest working players on the team. He goes at it every day in practice, and he's here after hours even getting it in. So he's a really energy guy and important guy to our team.
Zach and Mason today down low. Talk about those two, the big effort there.
Those two are brutes down low. No one can stop them down there. I think they're the best two bigs in the league. So we're very lucky to have them both.
All right, congratulations, Marcus.
Thank you.
Hall of Fame weekend at the Mart Center this weekend as the Colonels welcome Kings. 12 and 2 o'clock start this weekend for the women and men's basketball programs for Wilkes University.